everyone and welcome to my channel. My name is Sophie and today we are going to use I'm part of the design team. Well, maybe you don't know, but I'm part of the design team of Margaret from Sevenplaza, and her new digital is now available on her Ko-Fi. The link to her Ko-Fi is now in my description. So I have printed some pages of the kit, not all of them. It's a huge kit. It's about 25 or 26 pages, I believe. And I have printed some on very thick paper. Some on, this is about between 250 and 300 GSM. This one is probably 180. And yeah, it's the thinnest I've printed. I've cut out some ephemera. We have tags. We have bits and pieces that I will use as pockets. And they're all gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. I wonder, now the kit, of course, the name is not coming to mind. There is Rose in the title, and it's really, really gorgeous. So, here we are. Let me start. Kiss from a Rose is the name of the kit. So let me just put all the little bits out of the way. And I've been thinking about it, and we are going to make sort of a folio, I think. That would be the best way to call it. Come on, little bits and pieces. Move. There. I've printed one cover because it's the one I like best, but there are at least 3 you can choose from. She also has printed in this kit some spines, pages with only spines that you can fussy out just to use the spine. You can use them as pages, really, and they're always beautiful. I love these pages. Okay, so this is going to be a cover. I'm going to fold with my scoring board. I'm going to score these 2 lines so that we have a book. Then I'm going to cut these pieces. I'm going to make them a bit shorter than they are. And there are going to be some flaps, one on the top and one on the bottom. Am I going to put 2 flaps and 2 flaps? Maybe we'll have some flaps on the top and some flaps on the bottom as well. We'll see. Then what else have I printed? I've printed some background paper. I can't tell you where I'm going to use it because at the time I don't know. I've printed quite a few of them. So you have this one, this one, this one, this one with the beautiful roses, and this one which is upside down. So there is a lot to choose from, I would say. Okay, let me get my score. So I did fussy cut out my cover. I've scored it. It's ready. So I think the next step for me is going to be to cover the inside. And after thinking about it, I'm convinced that book pages will look absolutely stunning with the colors of the kit. So I am going to cover the inside with some book pages. Some book pages. Let me just get the ones that I'm looking for. I would like some dark ones. Well, it's gonna be you. It's gonna be you. And I'm sure you have a sister. Oh, you're not the same, are you? Well, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. We have 2 book pages. And that's all we need. There we are. Don't fall. Don't fall. So nothing complicated here. I'm just going to glue my pages like this. Maybe I'll do it the other way around. I don't know. Maybe this one here and maybe this one there. So let me get a glue page. So I am going to, that is a very long ruler. I'm going to take that much out. I'm going to take some of the top. And that will be all for the moment. Now, glue stick. Okay. And I'm now going to glue my book page like this. I'm going to add some glue. Like this. I'm going to remove I need my scissors. I'm going to remove the excess of paper. Like this. Okay. And I'm going to do the exact same thing on the other side of my folio. I've covered both sides with book pages. I've added a little washi tape because one of them was not covered. And apparently I did a very poor job at cutting the excess of washi tape. There we go. So, just checking the right side up, which is this one. And now we need to add flappies. I'm going to take this page and I'm going to see where I need to cut it. And I think I do have to cut it because it is far too big, but where? Let me get my trimmer. And let's give it a try. I'm going to cut it along these sort of existing borders, except for here, where I'm going to cut it a bit shorter. Which is still too big. So I will need to cut out, or do I? Do I cut on this side or not? I'd rather not. So I'm going to shorten this side by quite a bit. Hold you straight. Let me straighten you out. That's one. That's two. And I said I wanted to take maybe this much out. Do we fit? Yes, we do. I think. Yeah, we do. Excellent. So let's cut number 2 in the same way. There we go. And we're going to take the little brown borders out. So that's 1. And that's 2. So technically they should be the same. And they are. So what I want to do is to have 1 up and 1 down. Is that going to be enough? What pages do I have left? I have fussy cut out a similar page, but I did cut it out. So this one I cannot use. These are backgrounds. And I haven't printed any other. Okay, so it's going to be 2 flaps. And as we did with our cover, we are going to back our pages with book pages. So I'm going to put you on the side. I'm getting back my sort of scrappy thingy out. This was an attempt to get my papers sorted. As you can see, it didn't last long. So I'm going to take you and you. So nothing complicated there. I'm just applying glue on my flap. And wouldn't things look better with more light? So before I've inked my cover. Before I ink the flaps, I realized something. I wanted this one to be here and this one to be here. But as I've glued the paper in the same direction, I can't. So we'll have 2 flaps on the top. It's not an issue. It's just fine. And we're going to have the 2 flaps on the top. Before I ink them, I'm going to round the corners. So I'm taking my sponge. I'm going to try on the medium setting, which I believe is enough. So that's the one. You have nothing to do here. So this one as well. In the middle one, Sophie. There we go. So let's ink them on both sides. I'm sort of making this as we go. The other side. And if you're wondering how I'm going to attach my flaps, you will see. Patience, patience. And the other side. And we're done. So the idea is to attach them both on the top of the cover, like this. And did I cut this one more than this one? Yes, I did. So I'm going to remove this edge and I'm going to re-ink it just for the fun of it. Corner rounder, like this. There we go. I want to attach them inside, not outside the cover. So I want the flaps to come at the bottom. And I think I'm going to use fabric tape actually. So I'm going to go and look in my stash to see which one we could use. I found this, which is in the theme because it has roses and it's blue. So I think it will go perfectly with the papers. So I'm just going to cut this bit into like this. I just found out that I could cut it with the paper trimmer. Didn't know. And I'm very happy about it. So it's basically just fabric pieces that I've glued on double-sided tape. So I am going to glue one on the top. Like this. And she's thinking. I think I'm going to do that. So let me cut it to the right size. Like this. You can also distress it, by the way. So I'm going to take sort of the middle. Like this. And I'm going to place it where I want it on my page, which is going to be really at the top, like this. I would like to have a bone folder to make sure this is glued perfectly. If there's anything coming out of the page, I'll just trim it. Cute, right? Ta-da! Excellent. Same with the other one. So let me place it here. this. Ooh, this one is longer. No. Yeah, well, it might be. And if that's the case, that's okay. I'll just trim. Stop moving, Sophie. There. So let's see. I'm going to cut out this piece. And we're just going to press it down with the bone folder, like this. Okay, so flappy here, and Sam is sleeping and snoring. So let's take all the goodies that I did cut out. And that I could use as pockets. That's a trim. Let me see. Bigger pieces, smaller pieces. These pieces. I'm pretty sure there's some more somewhere. Maybe under. So, why not keep on making flippy flappy things? We could have this opening like this. We could have this opening like this. Then here we could have a tuck spot, same on the other one. Why don't I find what I want? Well, actually, I could do that. No, I like this one better. So this one, and then, yeah, I can build in a pocket. Like this. So that's an idea. Okay, and then on the inside, I want to use these beads. These, okay, no speaking today, these bits. So I was thinking to have one on each side. We could have them. Do I want to remove the inside and put some acetate so that I may then do what? Have them as see-through pockets. And then with the ones on the top, we could flippy flappy again, like this, with, no, not you, with maybe this is a pocket, and then I want to use this. So this could be like this, and I could use either one of these, maybe this one. Then I would fussy cut out and have it like this. And then we can play with labels, with other sorts of decorations, maybe lace, maybe. Okay. Do we want anything else? Hooks. Well, we could have a lot of things. Definitely think we could. Like this. Or like this. And that puts stuff on the back. Okay, well, let us start. Maybe with the most complicated, which is removing the inside of these frames, and just put some acetate on the back. That's not the complicated operation, obviously. So let me take a knife. And I think if I want to do that, I need to have a new blade. We need something to hold the blade with. Will you work? You won't. Where are my little pliers? Of course, somewhere where I can't see them. Let me clear. Let me remove this. And let's try not to make a mess, which is not something I can guarantee. The good thing is that you don't need to be that precise, because the frame is not regular, so a bit more, a bit less won't really matter, especially when you ink it. And we can also put some hardware. Okay. Excuse me. I'm filming. Thank you. I have guests in my craft room. What am I doing? Don't need to go there. Something fell. I'm so scared to make a mess. Okay. The last portion. Mm-hmm. Done. Sort of. Missing a bit. Just the tiniest bit. Again, something else. Oh, it's a label. It's a label. What is wrong with me? Ah, there we go. Absolutely brilliant. I'm going to do the same with the other one, and then we'll glue acetate on the back. So I've taken 2 pieces of acetate, which I'm going to glue on the back of my frames. And I'm going to take the double-sided tape of shame, because it's been waiting in my cupboard far too long, and it's dusty and it's bleh. But it works, so I'm not going to throw it away. So that's one. Can't wait for this roll to be used, so then I can get some that you just rip with your fingers, because that's much easier. There we go. No, it's not what I wanted to do. Bone folder. Okay. Well, if you don't want to go on this side, maybe on this one will work. Why am I shaking that much? Don't know. There we go. Never despair. Almost never. Yep, there. And this one. And last but not least, some days it works without an issue, some days it's going to take me ages just to do that. Come on. Ooh. So here we go. There we go. glued it is. There's a tiny bit here that I'm going to trim. Done. I could have remembered to ink the sides prior to gluing the acetate, but I didn't, as usual. So in that case, you can still ink it. Now I'm going to do the outside. I really like how it turns out. There. And I'm going to make the second one off camera so that we don't waste as much time as for the first one. Be back in a sec. So I've glued my acetate on my frames, and I've brought a little piece of double-sided tape apparently. So the idea is to have them coming out of the page like this. So I'm going to glue them down, and for that purpose I'm going to take out glitter glue. Yeah, I'm going to take the big one. There we go. Let's glue the first one. So I think I want it somewhere there. Oops. And the second one. There we go. Shaky, shaky. Oh, that's the way it is. There we go. Very cute. Why did I do that? Come on, Sophie. Sophie. You glued all pages, all sides. You can't glue all sides. You can't do that, Sophie. You should think. Because you want to have pockets there. Sophie. Sophie, Sophie. Sometimes I wonder what you think about. Oh, is there enough glue? For it to glue? Maybe. And here on the side, no glue. Okay. So here we are. We come back. There we are. Okay, we have our pockets. 1 and 2. So I'm going to let them dry for the moment. And we're going to focus on the other 2 ones. Yes, so that has changed our plan to add little pockets everywhere. But I don't care. I like them that way. So that gives us the possibility to use so first I'm going to use this one. I need to round the corners. I'm going to take the smaller setting. I'm going to ink it on this side, and I'm going to glue some book page on the back. Here is my little card. I have inked most of it apparently, but not everything. So I'm going to ink it here. I think now is the time to think about hardware. And we have a space to put an eyelid there, so I think that's exactly what I'm going to do. I do have flat ones. I wonder whether they're not even on my... No, they're not flat. These ones are not flat. I'm gonna go get the flat ones. I found this fabric tissue to attach it to my folio. First I'm going to put an eyelid, and then we can think about if we want to add a flippy flappy thing on the back. And yeah, let me get my eyelid. So I'm gonna make a hole. Like this, and I'm gonna add my eyelid like this. Did I change a setting? Yes, I did. This is why it's not looking good. Okay. It is what it is. We are going to attach you here. This is my piece. I am going to trim. And I'm going to cut it like this. Yes. And then like this. And if possible, straight as well, like this. So now all we have to do is attach it here, and here I'm just going to guesstimate and glue it here. I am, however, going to distress this one because it's very light. Okay. So here and now here. There we go. Ta-da! So I've kept it a trend to have my text non-directional, and I really couldn't care less, to be honest. It doesn't matter at all. It's just a background. So what could we put here? I have this cutie. On which I don't want to put acetate. Or I have even this one that I might like better for here. I just need to fussy cut it better. There. And then on the bottom, there we go. No, there we don't go, because this is not done. Okay, there we are. Again, inking. It needs to be nothing. I don't know. We're not going to back it with paper. I think we're going to leave this as sort of a writing space. And I'm going to glue you here on 3. Do I make it a pocket or do I make it a flippy? If I make it a flippy, then I have to, then it won't be a writing space. Then it won't be, it'll just be a little pocket. And I could have placed an eyelet, but I'm not going to. Like this. And then, what about the top pocket? Who said that this one needs to be like this? It can also be like this. Can't it? And on the other side, let me just get my bits and pieces that I really liked. I have this one. Going to fussy cut it out now. So you need this as well. And here. And here. Ink, ink, ink. And I'm going to leave it opened on the side. Maybe, yeah, let's do that. like this. Okay. And then I'm going to do the same. So a bit of ink. But this time I'm gonna make a flippy flappy thing. Probably with you, my friend, because you're there. So I'm just going to hope that this is going to work. Like this. Okay, what am I putting on the back? I guess I would put some paper, but I want to do sort of a collage. On a new page. I know I'm not talking much, but I want to do, I want so much to do well. I never want to disappoint Margaret or anyone. And as you know, digitals are not something that is sort of natural to me. So, yeah, it is stressful. Do I have some washi tape? Of course I do have some washi tape. What a question. What a question, Sophie. But do I have one that I want? Maybe. Because this one has flowers. Well, we will pretend that there are roses. I don't have one with blue. Actually, I just saw one. Let me just get up and get it. You've disappeared. Now that I'm up, I can't find you. You are black. Thank you very much. You are not blue. Thank you as well. And you are not blue. So yeah. Sorry for that. I need to get back to this one. Okay. So what we've not done here is ink. Okay. And my desk is becoming a mess again. Okay, so what little or not little thing do we have that we could put here? Let me see. I can put this one here, but I can't put it here because otherwise the flower, I need to cut the flower. Shh. Same goes with this one. I'm not sure. Shh. How would I go about this one? I don't know. Too complicated. Maybe this one. I like this one. I do like this one as well. Ooh. No, this one I had seen already. Okay, let's fussy cut out this one. Okay. Actually, I could do that as well. Let's ink this little cutie like this. We are going to glue it I know you know. This is going to be a writing spot. Let me find my dauber. We're going to ink this a bit. I'm going to put it here like this, so you can lift it up. Where is the other piece of my such a slim piece of fabric? Here. This. Ta-da. We need labels. We need to find some labels. So we want to have something as a pocket. You have, no, you have them up. So So if you have a map, oh, so I have this one, I have this one, and I have the grey one. I have the grey one, not that one. I have this one. Ah, come on. I have this one. So let me see if I cut this one out. It will show on the side. It is too big. If I cut you, you will not be too big. So I think I'm going to fussy cut all around the lace on this one. And I will. So we are going to put this one down, and we can change fabric tape. I just want a tiny, tiny piece like this, which I'm going to put here. No, no, I said no. So here it is. I'm going to place it where I want it, which is a bit higher, like this. And I don't know why I feel that this needs to go there. Don't ask me why, I can't tell you. But I know it needs to go there, so I'm not going to fight it. I'm just going to glue it down. And no, it won't go in the middle, just here. Okay. So, I hadn't glued my little friend there. I did fussy cut it out. So I'm going to glue it down as a pocket. Shall we make it a side pocket? I think we shall. So, and I think I want to do this. So like this here. So you are finished, you are not finished. We need something to put under there. Let me get this one down. It's the other way around. No, it's the right way around. I don't know, no. Maybe this one, because I really, really like it. And there goes my LED lamp. Very, very clever, Sophie. No, you were right. So I could have it like this. And I could put an eyelet in. Actually two. So let me fussy cut it like this. I'm going to do this and that. I think we'll need to add some bits and pieces of lace, some labels for sure, some postal stamps. So we are not done yet. Definitely not. I wanted eyelids. No, 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 no. So one here. And then one here. Like this. Two little eyelids. Oh, where do I find you? Do I want to change eyelids? Maybe. So I got some eyelids out. But I'm afraid. Well, we can still try. I don't want to rip the paper. That's my only concern. Oh, too bad. But if I do this, let's see whether it will still hold. Ooh, that is not going to be okay. Here it is. Yep. So again, every time, I'm going to do it every time. For sure. Next time I'll use some small ones. And that will be a solved issue. Good. They will hold. So what were we saying? We were saying that you would be a pocket, didn't we? Weren't we? Sorry. Yes. So let's glue the pocket. And it will be a top loading pocket. Like this. Okay. Okay, okay. So this one, at least on this side, is done. Like this, and like this, and like this. We are definitely missing pieces over here. So what we have left are these pieces. The rest are tags and leftovers. Okay, good to know. So we have this. I'm going to ink it. I am going to have it here. With maybe not that tape. Did not. I have more. No, I'm not going to do that. Look at this on hand. No, no, no. Oh, actually, look at who's there. And who's the exact size we need. Okay. But I just want it a bit... No, no, no. I want it a bit shorter. This is more what I want. Okay. So I'm going to place. Thinking. One, two, and two. So I could potentially glue something here. In order to do that, because then we can have another pocket. I'm in a pocket mood. I'm just going to get a page from the book. And I'm going to glue my piece on. Okay. I'm just going to take my paper. The excess, I'm removing it. So re-inking my sides. And then the back. I'm going to position it where I want it, which is just at the limit here. So come on. Oh, but you probably don't see me. Wait. I knew there was something I was supposed to do. Get in frame. Well, I was not completely out of frame, I know, but if you can do better, then just do it. Okay. So we are here. And we need to find something to put here as a pocket. It's going to be that one. I just need to fussy cut it a bit more. And we will give him an eyelid. Just going to do that. I can't keep everything. Some ink. Okay. I'm gonna place you here as a top loading pocket. Like this. And then something here. I don't want to hide it completely. I don't. It's a bit of a shame, really. Do we have like a little this? I think I want a little this. Because I don't want to waste the lovely design. So let's ink out a little bit. Let's make it a talk spot. Like this. So these two are done. Do we want anything here? Probably. I'm going to just cut out these flowers. Do we want to keep the lace thing? Let's see. Dog is sleeping. Everybody's sleeping in my office. Daughter, a boyfriend, 3 dogs. While I'm filming. I'm gonna do this. Ink, ink, ink. It's like this, isn't it? Yes. Well, you're going to be a pocket. Just because we can. Okay. You. So, what do we have? We have these guys here. This is going to be, this is not going to be here. Or is it? Yes, it is. No, it isn't. I don't know. Maybe it is. Let's ink it. But I'm not going to make it a flippy flap. It's just going to be pocket. Yeah. It's going to be a pocket. I have decided it shall be a pocket. Here. And not everything needs to be the same. So I think this is how it's going to be. Let's have a look. It is sort of a folio. We are nonetheless going to put some paper in it. I think I'm going to glue some paper there. I have not inked the cover yet. So let's just do that. Okay, spine. I'm going to put, instead of a folio, I think it's going to be sort of a journal, but a fairly simple one. Okay, I think what I want to do is glue some paper. Ruler to hide these white parts. Or I'm going to glue some lace. Yes, I'm going to glue some lace. Okay, so we'll have flippy flappy. I'm going to build 2 signatures just with white paper and book pages. Nothing, we're not going to decorate them or anything. I'm going to put them with eyelets and an elastic. And we're going to add bits and pieces. I'm probably going to do some with you, and then I'll do the rest off camera. Otherwise the video is going to be 3 hours long. So let me get some of the things that I need. So given the time constraint, I've had to finish the journal, and I couldn't film because the video is already far too long, I know. So this is what it looks like. It's a little folio journal. I added just this picture as a cover. My hands have more glue than fingers. I added a little lace so that it would hide my little flowers. So when you open it, you have a flap. First you have a pocket, because you don't see it, but there's a pocket here. Then you turn around, you have another pocket here. You have a tuck spot here. Then, if you put your flat up, you have a pocket here. You have another pocket here. If you lift it up, you don't have a pocket because I just glued it like this. Here you have a pocket that is side, you load by the side, and I can't take it out just now. I need to work on this. I think I will unglue it and re-glue it. And same with the other sides, you'll see why. So that's the front, and the back is like this. So you have a pocket on the flap. Then you have this with a little flap. This is a pocket that is side loading. Up, then this is, there's no pocket here. You have a pocket here. And last but not least, you have a frame here, which I have managed to glue it completely. So I need again to work on ungluing my pocket somewhere so that I can put through my my ephemera. But I like the way it looks. I'm really, really happy. I'm a bit sad about the time I took to make it, but the result is cute. At least I think so. So here I will just add a ribbon, and that will be it. As usual, I've used elastic as binding. These signatures are just coffee dot paper and book pages. So it's just waiting to be filled and decorated. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please go check Margaret's digital kit on her Ko-fi. The link is on my in my bio description. And well, I guess I will see you now on Monday. So in the meantime, take care, enjoy your weekend, and I'll see you then. Bye bye.